fix it again tomorrow. Yes, you will. Good morning, guys. What a busy weekend. So, I did some work on the van on Sunday, which was Father's Day, which is a bit of a weird Father's Day present for me, but I do quite enjoy doing mechanical stuff. So, I did the oil. I did a little video of that. I will put some mechanical stuff at the end, but this isn't going to be about a mechanical fixing the van. But if you want to see it, I will put some bits at the end. I did the discs and pads. They're really good now. I did the suspension strut. That was like a pain in the bum. It was like a banana spring. If you've ever done them before, don't attempt if you haven't got a Clark strong arm and some clamps, because you're just never ever going to get the spring back on the new strut. I fitted the new mats. They're nice. Top quality, £12 off eBay, so you can imagine what they're like, but they do give it a bit more luxury feel. Every so often I'm getting like a glow plug light come up just on first start up, and I've had a look and the glow plugs need replacing, so I thought, well, I'll do that. Nice easy job. And then this is when it gets interesting. I managed to do two, and two are stuck in the head. So I've had a look. It's not a huge job, it's not a big a big crisis, and it's just poor maintenance on the van, so it's not really the van's fault, it's the people who had it before. And I can also tell that the people who had it before used to pootle around in this van, because I've given it a bit of a Italian tune-up, and it's so much better. And I even took the inlet off and cleaned all the EGR and stuff. If you know these engines, you'll know that the EGR is a right pain in the bum. It's right at the back of the engine on these. So I didn't actually dismantle the EGR, I just took the inlet off, and I could see where the EGR comes into the inlet, so I give that a good clean. It was pretty gummed up, but not too bad for 60,000 miles. Okay, the garage are having the van back. They're going to have a look at getting the glow plugs out, and then once that's done, pretty much sorted. Anyway, down to business. We're back at the house rewire today. I've got a chasing day ahead of me, but I'm not going to show you all of that. I'm going to show you some bits, and I want to just walk through some of the bits that I've done, because it's pretty interesting, just to show you guys. So, as always, we're going to go and get the coffee on, kettle on, coffee on, and we'll see you in a minute. This is a little toilet fan light, fan isolator, switch for the light. There's going to be 3 small little lights in here with a switch there. Step down. Going to have kitchen cupboards all the way along this wall. This is my fuse board location and where my drivers are going. I will show you the drawing later, but this is all my drivers for all the lights. Spotlights, smoke alarm, 3 more spots are going to be above an island. Got a duct in the floor from there to there, and then dropping ring main down. There's cupboards along the back there, heating manifold with cables there, and then they're going to be a dining room pendant there with some little lights, 2 sockets either side. And then this is outside. This is going to be 2 switches here, one for the pendant, one for 2 little lights along the wall there, and then 2 for some outside lights, which I'm going to drop an arm down and then out to an adaptable box outside. Mains water stopcock is under the sink for this one, so my cable goes up, round and over there. I'm a little bit annoyed because I was on that big job and there was an apprentice here doing this duct, and he was told just to put one from there to there, but I actually wanted one from there over to there. Would have made my life a hell of a lot easier, but can't do it now because they've screeded the floor, so I have to now wire all the way up and over rather than just going from there over to there. So yeah, mains water stopcock there, and then gas is at the front of the house. That's done as well. 2 10mm bonds. Side alley. Someone was interested in the little spotlights we're putting in. They're having the same ones down this back alley. Low level, so they're 150 off finished floor, but I've had to guess this. So I'll just show you what I've done. I've drilled a hole, and then we've actually inserted some pipe, and the light fits inside that pipe, and then this cable will just get cut short and then connected on, and these have to be wired in series, so the little driver's mounted back under the stairs. You've got 2, one there, you've got PIR there. As you come down here, I've got one there, one the other side, and then a couple down this wall, and another PIR at the end there. That's the new mains cable feeding the fuse board. I think it's at 16mm. Yeah, it's a 16mm 3 core coming from the. So we'll have a switch in there, and that arm will be ground into there. Here's the downstairs lighting design. Just bearing in mind it looks quite simple, but bearing in mind all these lights are all low voltage, so all these cables have to go back to a driver, and then from the switch, wire to the driver, and then to the light. So it's been a right pain in the arse. Bit of a random one. I'm back at the van just to show you. Well, not to show you. I'm going to get some drills in, but I bought some 2 of these cheap batteries off of eBay. £30. They're the 3Ah ones. I didn't want to go too mad because you can get sort of 6Ah ones now, but really good so far. I've had them a week and they've been superb. Oh, absolutely filthy already today. Chasing day. So I've been trying a few different techniques on the house, chasing. I've been marking up the boxes and the capping, and then I've been pre-drilling with a 5.5 all the way round. I had a few comments, people saying very rough the way I did it. I'll invite anyone to come and have a go at this house because it's an absolute nightmare. It's so old and the bricks are just a bloody nightmare. They just split and break. They're damp, they're rotten, and it's so hard to make a neat job of it. So I'm trying different techniques. It's okay, it's going alright, but I think this house is just what it is. I'm just going to have to get some cement and just fill holes and stuff after. Just looking through the car alarm system that I bought. If anyone's got any like helpful wiring diagrams that's going to help me decipher this. It's a bit Chinglish. If you've got any wiring diagrams, can you email me to my CJR shop email address, which is in the description, in my channel description. If you've got a workshop manual for the door, electrics, blah blah blah. I think it's here. I know where it is. I just want to know like colour coded and stuff. And someone said Z-Man. I think it said switching on the negative. So if you give me a bit more information on that, mate, that'd be much appreciated. Could not resist. I'm working late tonight. Couldn't resist a little cheeky box meal. Filthy. Good job I'm working tonight to pay for it. £5 that just cost me. Superb though. So just some little tips I'll give you when you're having a chasing day. Make sure you've got a big selection of screws, like 2-inch 8s, 2-inch 10s, and sometimes you need 2.5-inch 10s because sometimes you need the depth. Lots of raw plugs. And make sure you've got a load of 6mm washers, penny washers, because when you're capping and even fitting the boxes, they do come in handy to spread the load, and then you can grab the side of the cappings and stuff. So just make sure you've got a good selection of fixing gear before you even decide to, have a chasing day. 6mm for the hob is in. Just pulled that into there. There's going to be a switch mounted up there, and it comes over there with a bundle, and then up to here where the hob's going to sit. It's also two 2.5 radials for 2 ovens. I think they're 3.5 kilowatt, so they're on their own radials, and there's a ring main there as well for 2 sockets. The builder kindly put up 2 little bits of plasterboard for me because I've managed to get those are a 44mm hole, so you'll never get your hand up there. So I've drilled them. There's got to be some hoods put above, and then we can put the lights in, and the drivers for those are mounted back in that cupboard over there. So you have to wire from there to the switch, from the switch with your feed, and then your switch wire goes back to the cupboard, then all the way back from there to your light. So there's a lot of wiring going in this house for not a lot of lighting, to be fair. There, which wires via driver via that bunch of cables there, which is a switch, and it's going to do an LED strip all the way along here. Right guys, that's it. End of the day. Sorry it was a bit vague today. As you can see, there's still time to go on the video, so if you want to watch a bit of van stuff, stay tuned. If not, I'll see you on the next one, and hopefully next film video I can show you a little bit more electrical. It's just a bit awkward today because there's so many blokes on site, so you know how it is. But I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Keep watching if you want to watch a Doblo video. Right guys, welcome back. First things first we're going to do today is change the oil on the van because it's very black. They said they did it 60,000 miles. It's now done 62, 63, so I want to do it anyway for peace of mind. So all I've done is jack the van up, got a suitable container, put an axle stand under there for protection. First thing we're going to do is take this cover off and then drain the oil from the drain plug. Trays off. That was held on with 2 of those 6mm Allen heads and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of those little screw heads. Next I'm just going to drain the oil from this drain plug. Looks like a Torx bit, and then we're going to put a container under here and just catch all this oil. It's actually quite a little tidy van actually, I'm quite happy with this. There she goes. That is black as anything. And the way I've jacked it up on this side, it's better because the sump forwards backwards. So if you're going to do this job, make sure you jack it up on the driver's side like I have. And that Torx bit to get that drain plug out was, if I can actually get it out, the T45 there for the drain plug. While that oil's draining, the oil filter's under here. I think it's one little Torx bit there. That should have a nut on it, but it's missing. So obviously undo this to let some air pressure through. Let the air through so the oil drops out, and then I'm going to take this off and then take the filter off. The Torx bit there is a T30. Next you want a 27mm socket on top of the oil filter housing, and just take that off and the filter's inside there. This filter out. When I did that, a lot more oil tipped out, so make sure you leave your drain pan underneath. Get the bag that they send you the oil in, and then when you lift this out, you can just put that straight over that bag like that. It's quite warm still because you want the oil warm. That's where the filter goes. I'm going to clean all this out with a cloth anyway. So all you want to do is pull that filter out of there, which does look pretty dirty. I'm not sure if the garage has done it or not, hence why I'm doing it now. So pull that filter out of there, put the new one in. Pull that out with a nice cloth. There is a bit of oil down there, but there's an oil cooler there, so you can't get that off without taking that oil cooler off. Euro Car Parts have actually sent me the wrong filter, so what I'm going to do, clean that out. I'm going to refit this filter, put the new oil in, and then luckily at a later date I will just fit a new filter. So just imagine that is a new filter, just fit it back in like that. That just literally drops back in there. Tighten that down, 25 Newton meters, give or take 5. We'll torque that down and then we'll fill it up with oil. Right, filters in, torque down, 25 Newton meters, filter housings back on. I'm going to put the drain plug back in with a new washer on it, and then I'm going to fill this up using my little funnel so you don't make no mess. Sump washer's in. I'm just going to drop this down off the jack. Not going to put this back on yet because I want to get it on level ground, fill it up, then we check we got any leaks first, and then once we know we're good to go, we'll put this cover back on. So next I'm just going to glug some oil into there. Look at that battery, it's bloody tiny. Didn't realise it was that small in these. Right, here we go. Glug, 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 glug. I'm just going to put, say, what I think's right, check the dipstick, allow a little bit more for the filter, and then we're good to go. So online, so I've put 3 litres in, it's showing near full on the dipstick. So I'm going to run the engine for a couple of minutes, let it circulate, fill the filter back up, then I'm going to check it again. Right, I've ran the engine, I've just checked the dipstick, I've just put about 3.2 litres of in, 3.2 litres of oil in, that's what it says online, just read somewhere, so I'm going to go with that. So next I'm going to do the wheel trims. Wheel trims is the wheel bolts are actually holding the trim on, so I've got to take all the wheel bolts out to get that trim off, put them back in, then put the new trims on. That looks a million times better. That was actually longer to do that than it was the whole oil change. I've just got 3 more to do now. Such a bad design, you have to take the wheel off to get the old Fiat wheel trims off. Okay, that's enough. Right, there we go. I think you'll agree the wheel trims look 100% better. Oil's done, wheel trims are done. Next, we shall see